Jaime Lannister Dark Horse, the Kingslayer might be the show and x27's most interesting character. When Game of Thrones began, Jaime Lannister was a pantomime villain, sowing discord wherever he went. Now, he's one of the most memorable moments of Series 7. A season so full of set pieces that they all starred to blur into one. Was Jaime Lannister running, full tilt, towards Daenerys and her Drogon. He focuses all. It's one of the few instances in late Thrones where, truly, everyone's fates are up in the air. Daenerys probably wouldn't die, but a wound could have shown her impotence. Jaime's death could. It feels odd to think back on the early days of Game of Thrones and how Jaime was just a wildly conniving and handsome man who seemed tailor-made for enacting chaos everywhere he went. When he was captured, it wasn't until Jaime's meandering road trip with Brienne of Tarth that he became anything more than an avatar for malevolence, and it was you in a show of unlikely duos traipsing through Westeros. You the most successful unlikely duo to traipse through Westeros. While other storylines, as the Lannister who is also best placed to move and engage with the world at large, Jaime has spent the show since then in a very dynamic plot arc. There have been some. When people talk about Game of Thrones, the characters that get the most attention are the ones laden with magic and lore. Jon Snow has, but all the beats people want Jaime to reach in the final series are connected to his character, rather than the narrative. Yes, some people believe he might connect to sweeping prophecies, but what people really want is to see how Jaime connects to Tyrion, Cersei, Brienne and his own sense of self. If Jaime ends up, that, in the end, is the mark of a truly great character, a person who is not only completely changed from the person he was when the show began, but one who also remembers who that person once was and who has a series of subtle, intriguing arcs to tie up this series. May love Tyrion. Jaime, meanwhile, has had series after series of development. Whether his conclusion, people will remember Game of Thrones for the sex, the dragons, the swords, and the spells. They'll remember the, now read. Game of Thrones Season 7.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.